Hello everyone and welcome. Today I want to show you a flip through of the coloring book that I've been working on called Collection of Jars. It's available on Amazon officially now, which is really exciting. And there's two different versions. There is the one with the white background and then one with a dark background, which is just the black. So a couple things that I want to say is this band, if you buy a copy, this band will not be on there. This was just my preview copy to make sure everything looked right, which I'm really glad I did because there are a couple things in this particular book that needed a couple adjustments, which I did end up making. So to my knowledge, this copy, this version will not have any issues that are in my control, if that makes sense. Because as everyone is aware, Amazon is having some issues with whoever their printing manufacturer is. Anyways, let me get into the flip through. I'm gonna show the full flip through of the white background, and then when I get my updated copy, I will show a full flip through of the black background. I will show just some images in here just so you can see what it looks like, but all of the pictures are identical to the ones in this one. So there are 50 pictures that are different. Here's the title page. Okay, this is the first one, which I love. This is the first picture that I drew for this coloring book, which is why I was like, I need to put it on the first page. So I just think it turned out really cute. The coloring book is all of these different types of jars or glass containers, I guess you could say. I had this idea about 4 years ago, and it's something I've always wanted to work on. So a lot of these ideas have just kind of been simmering. So it's really exciting to bring them to life. I love this page right here. This is the cover. But it's just like, I don't know, it just feels kind of magical with the fish flying in the sky. I don't know. So I love this one too, the Loch Ness monster. I don't know if you can tell, but I had a lot of fun working on this book. So there's a lot of nature elements, as you'll see, and just kind of like fantasy, like things that you normally wouldn't see together. Like this one, I love this one for a lot of reasons. A, because it's got a cute elephant, but also I had this random idea. It's like, I turned to my husband and I said, what do you think about if I drew a picture of an elephant on a mushroom? And he kind of looked at me like I was crazy, and I mean, I kind of am, but I think it turned out really fun, and it's, very unique, not something you find in a typical book. I love this one too. This is a little stegosaurus just walking around a neighborhood, and I think the shape of this jar is really cool. It was a lot of fun to find all the different types of jars that I wanted to include. This is based on some Greek architecture. There's statues that are columns. So this is it a Mycenaean? I can't remember if that's the official name. I'm blanking on it, but this is based on a Greek statue, which I thought fit very well with the shape of the vessel, and yeah. Here we have just some tulips with some cute little windmills or watermills. This one is based on, why am I blanking on the location? I think it's in the Middle East. It's also based on some architecture it's the building that's like been carved into the side of a mountain. And so I thought it'd be kind of interesting to have, you know, this really old architecture with something new coming from it. Oh, I love this one too. So this is a pangolin. I recently learned what a pangolin was, and I was like, I've gotta draw a pangolin. So I don't know. It's just been really fun to create all these little worlds in these jars. Here we have a merstronaut, and yeah, you'll notice there's a lot of like space / nighttime scenes. I love this one too. Just like these whales, mommy whale and a baby whale. Here we have a snail. I don't know why, but I have an obsession with snails. This one is a drawing that I did a long time ago, and I thought it would be really cool to include in this book, so I just thought it's very interesting. So this one, my husband jokes, this was not my intention at all. I wasn't even thinking of this, but he turned to me and he was like, that kind of looks like the Starbucks logo. And the more I look at it, the more I could see it. So it's just really funny. So yeah, I've just had so much fun on this book. Some of the pictures are simpler, some are more intricate. I love this one with this Chinese historical building. And then we have these lanterns floating up into the sky. This one, the wind from the cloud blowing. This one was really fun to do too. It's like the Simoon garden, so there's these mushrooms and flowers. Yeah. Oh, I think this fox is so cute. And this little globe. This is one of my favorites, and a lot of other people have like told me that they love this picture too. I call it a space tube because it's the science tube with all the different planets in it. And I tried to get them like in planet order. So, and kind of as accurate in size as I could to, like, I don't know. They're obviously not super accurate, but yeah, I had a lot of fun working on this. This one, my idea behind this one was this is this girl and her hair. It's like these flowers, but it kind of just looks like she's hiding behind the flowers, but maybe the next time I do a coloring book, I'll bring that idea out in a more effective way, but I think it still turned out really pretty. This one is really cool because it's like, I don't know, sand or clouds coming from the hand, and like there's this life. I don't know, I just think it's an interesting. Oh, this one. So I was originally gonna have this cow, like, you know, the classic alien bringing up a cow, but I was like, I had originally drawn the arch, and this is the arch in Moab, Utah. It's on the license plate of most Utah license plates. But I was like, you know, this is the desert. Here's an alien. What if he's taken a snake? Because snakes live in the desert. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was kind of clever. I really like this image as well. I just think it's a little ironic that there's this little cat dude, you know, he's rowing on the boat, and there's these huge fish. I just love how these fish turned out. So this one is based on a waterfall that is in Oregon, and of course I'm blanking on the name again, but if you Google famous Oregon waterfalls, you'll find the waterfall that I'm referring to. So if you notice, I have included a lot of like actual places or actual architecture, just because I think it's really fun to do that. I love this one. I knew that I wanted to have some sort of lemon theme with this picture. It just reminds me of summer and lemonade. And I thought, and I was like, wait, what if I do a treehouse that looks like a lemon? And there's this little shirt that's got a lemon on it. I just, you know, the lemon wedge swing. I just had so much fun working on this one. Here is a jellyfish lady. I thought this jar was really cool. Then we have a chameleon in the city. This is based on like what some of the Greek buildings look that are next to the coast. And I just thought it would be kind of, you know, this, you know, kind of like all these opposites that are in this book, or things that are unexpected things in unexpected places. And who would expect, you know, Chameleon that's in the rainforest to be somewhere completely different. Here is my crystal narwhal. I love this narwhal. Yeah, it's just, I had so much fun working on this book. Here's this house on a big old rock. And then we have this teacup with the flowers coming out of it. This cute little bear just on an adventure on his little quilt, flying in the sky. Okay, this is I think this is the last picture that I illustrated for this book. In all of the illustrations that I was working on, I knew I wanted something with origami, and I was just feeling so stumped because I wanted something that fit like the theme that, you know, this is a heart-shaped glass. I wanted something to fit the theme, so, you know. Then I realized if I did origami swans, you know, swans are kind of that symbol for love because when they are facing each other, they make the heart shape. So that's, you know, the story behind this one. I don't know. I really like it. I'm excited to color a lot of these pictures. So here's the king swan and the queen swan. This one I love too. Just because it's like this cute little cottage with the scene coming out of the smoke. And this is the kind of cottage that you would find if you're fishing on the lake in the mountains and forest. Here's this cute dino mommy watering these plants, which, why do I keep forgetting names? I know what this plant is called, because I mean, I had to look it up. But anyways, I just thought this was really cute. This mommy dinosaur. And just, you know, being symbolic of watering your little baby dinosaurs. And then here we have this crystal tree. This tree was originally intended for a different book, but it kind of, you know, I did a few illustrations for it and it kind of hit a dead end, but I thought it'd be really cool to integrate it into a jar. Here is this tiny little cityscape with this little trees. And here we have a djinn, or like a genie in a bottle, and he's got some jewels. I wanted to keep this one kind of simple just to like focus on the flow of the smoke of the genie. And then here we have a maple tree in a maple jar. I don't know, I thought I was really clever when I came up with that, but yeah. And here is a volcano with ice cubes or something coming out. This was my husband's idea because I wanted to do a volcano in this picture, but I didn't know what to make coming out of it. And my husband was like, well, why don't you do ice cubes? Because that's what you would least expect. So yeah, but I mean, you can use your imagination to color it any way you want. Here is another little cottage with all these flowers. And then this is Mother Earth. I loved working on this one, and I wanted to have this figure be, you know, like her body type was not this like, you know, super like, I don't know, you know, kind of skinny stick, because I feel like a lot of the pictures in coloring books are just one type of body type, so I want to be more inclusive in that. So yeah, anyways, So she's holding the earth and she's got the space. She's in space. And anyways, this one was really fun to work on. So this is based on an actual lighthouse. It's in the middle of the ocean and it's sitting on this rock. And it's really cool because when the waves come crashing up to it, it just kind of consumes and it looks like the lighthouse is in the water, which it pretty much is. But then I added these big old, I don't know, squid, kraken, you know, some sort of sea creature arms coming out. And then this is the last picture. I love this one. This is based on an illustration that I did couple years ago, and I modified it to fit in here, but I just think it turned out so cute. I just thought it'd be really funny to have this rain cloud wearing a raincoat and the water's dripping off of him. And then here is just a list of all of the other books that I've published, and that is it. So I do want to show just kind of what some of these pictures with the contrast looks like. Like this, I took this part off, so your copy, that little line won't be there, I promise. So I just think it looks so awesome with the black. But as I was saying, Amazon's been having issues, so like there's all these white specks. And then even though I had my bleed set up right, some of them are cut right, but then others are not quite cut on the mark. And this isn't the only book this has happened to for me. My friend told me that they received a book that, of a different book that I've done, that had like a white line on the top. So I don't know if they're just struggling with quality control, just because they don't have the manpower or what, but yeah, this is something. I also fixed this on here, so that's taken care of. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Amazon, but a lot of authors have been talking about their print-on-demand stuff just having some issues, so that's just kind of a disclaimer. I mean, I don't mind, because like I only care if this part of the picture turned out right, so I'm okay with my copy having a bit of a white line right there. And yeah, because in the print preview it doesn't show the white line, and I have my bleed extending past the cut lines for this size, so yeah. But anyways, I hope you found this flip through helpful, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I will have the link to both of these in the description, so you can add to your wish list or to your cart, you know. And I also just want to say that my heart and prayers go out to the country that is, you know, how do I say it? I don't want to get flagged. I don't know if YouTube is flagging certain videos, so it can be kind of vague, but you all know what I'm talking about. Like, I can't imagine what that country, you know, what the citizens of that country are experiencing and going through. And yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring!